welcome back. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of a different video, inspired by mainly the Blue Bike and Doyle and also Web, W-E-B. Look them both up on YouTube. And what we're going to be doing is, we are heading out towards the Lighthouse because I want to go out and see it, but I'll probably go back and do a full video on it at some stage, maybe, depending on how impressive it is. Alright, so here we are. We're going to head out towards Ballycotton and Whitegate. This is the main direction that we want to go. I think I have enough fuel. Yeah, I should get fuel on the way back. Because if I stop on the way out, it'll be a pain in the ass from a camera setup perspective. Also, what are y'all thinking of, so like my last video, you would have gotten a good look at third cam, you know, looking back over the wheel. So that was an angle purely inspired by the one and only monkey butt. So this bit of the road doesn't count for Web and the Blue Bike and Doyle's challenge, because I have been out this section of the road before. I haven't been out the section of the road that's at the end to the Lighthouse, say. So that will count as my road you haven't ridden on. There's actually a lot of roads out this way that I haven't ridden on, to be honest. So I'll have to check a lot of them out going forward. It is a nice road though, and I've been out as far as Whitegate before. And there's actually a couple of interesting things out this way. There's a power station, which I don't know can I get into. Like I said, there's a dolmen that I'm pretty certain is submerged at high tide. There's also an old church. I'd like to check that out if we can get to it. And obviously the Lighthouse. So I want to talk about other things later on, but to give a bit of background on the Lighthouse. So it actually has a pretty interesting history, and I'll leave links so you can read up more about it yourself anyway. But essentially it was kind of requisitioned by the Irish state in 1814, but they didn't really get it, I think, until 1816, because it was about fighting over how much it was worth, etc, etc. Because the guy who originally owned it, I'll put his name on the screen because I forget it because my brain's a sieve, he was upset. He didn't want to sell it. He only wanted to long-term lease it because they'd originally built it as a a pleasure house and whatnot. Is the way it was described is hilarious, but yeah, they built it as a pleasure house, and he also wanted to be able to see Cork Bay and shipping coming in and out, which is fair enough. But originally, anyway, they wanted to build a lighthouse there, and or just kind of requisition that tower that had been built for pleasure house use, so that, you know, they could basically match it up to Old Head Lighthouse, but it had to be obviously distinct from Old Head and not be too similar. So that's where all the kind of colour coding and stuff comes in on lighthouses. And I am not a lighthouse aficionado in any way, shape or form, so I haven't a clue. I just like how they look. Anyway, that carried on. They did buy it in the end for basically a sum that was agreed through the courts, because well, it was actually Roche, that was his name, yeah, Roche's Point. I am an idiot sometimes. In 1835 or thereabouts, on Roche's Point Lighthouse, they decided to build a bigger tower because the original one wasn't big enough. So there are still some ruins out there that kind of go back, you know, to that time frame. My God, it's windy. They kind of go back to that time frame when the original lighthouse was there. So there's plenty of interesting stuff to see and do out this way. Oh, one last thing I will mention is it was swapped over, the lighthouse, like a lot of lighthouses, to fully automated operation fairly recently. Oh, is it going to rain on me? It wasn't supposed to rain. I'm so sick of rain. So this is a Whitegate, lovely spot, has to be said. A very windy spot today, but it is a lovely spot. It's actually a nice place to run along that pathway there if you're into running at all. Oh, I'm gonna get soaked. I hope I get a good view out at the lighthouse. I hope I don't get completely soaked out of the lighthouse as well. I'm probably going to. Welcome to Ireland. It's my fault for trusting the weather forecast. Hey, look, I wanted to make a video today. It helps the old mind parts. stay healthy making videos. So I had to get out, I got out, because I know the weather will be crap tomorrow, so I definitely won't video then. Move on past this mine here. Nice and bumpy road. I wanted to talk about kind of charity runs. So one of them, and Lucky Luke Wright had a video out on this as well, Revup 2020. It's something that I'd really like to do myself, and it's something that I think I'd be well able to do on the bikes, either of the bikes that I own. 1,000 kilometers over 3 days is nothing, it's grand. So I think I'll try to do that. The only issue is you have to raise quite a lump sum of money. I can't remember. I put it up on screen, but I know I could probably throw like 100 quid towards it myself, including the deposit. So the deposit's 50, and I could probably throw another 50. But after that, I think I need to raise at least €500 in order to do it, which all goes to charity, which is really cool. And Luke had more detail in his video, so if you're interested in that, just go hit that up and have a look. I think it's a good alternative for me to try to do that, because what I really wanted to do this year was I wanted to do an Ironbutt myself, solo. Or with friends. It wasn't really that important to me, to be honest, to do it on my own or anything. Towers. I love towers. You know, I don't know why I like towers. Massive towers. Yes! Like lighthouses. Look at it. Yeah, look at it. Big tower. Well, it's actually a smokestack, technically. It's a chimney. A chimney. There you go. Fancy out high. Look at that. It's a Ahad power plant. Generating station, as it says on the sign. And then out there is a refinery. Oh dear. But yes, I wanted to do an Ironbutt all by my lonesome, which obviously won't be possible. And I get into that now in a second. Why? But this is just another wee town, hey? So there you go. It's another nice little town. It is very nice, actually, in fairness. So anyway, yes, I wanted to do the Ironbutt kind of unsupported, which is 1,000 frickin' jeebas. The 1,000 miles in 24 hours. And I recently went up and down to Dublin on this bike in a day, with kind of detours elsewhere, which was about, I think all in all I did about 700 kilometers in, oh jeebs. It's very hard not to curse in these situations. Oh! But it's 1,000 miles in 24 hours, and I did about, I think it was about 750, 800 kilometers. I'm not sure, it was about that anyway, right? It was 700 plus kilometers. And when I got back, I have bad knees. I don't know if I ever went through that on the channel, but from sports injuries mainly as a young lad, I have wounds. This road is not a road. I don't know. Is that the way to road at this point? I hope not. Dear God. This is an exploration adventure that we have embarked on. The mighty phaser will not be withheld. So whatever I did that day anyway, I came back and my knee, particularly my worser knee, was very sore, and it's just kind of the angle my legs are held at in this bike. It's not suitable for that type of distance in 24 hours. I don't know if there are many bikes that are suitable for that distance in 24 hours, to be quite honest with you. But that one's certainly not for me. So there's a couple of options there. I could always ask my uncle could I borrow his XR, but at the same time, I don't know what I want to be riding a bike that I'm not pretty familiar with. Because if you're doing that distance over 24 hours, you kind of want to be familiar with the machine, don't you? You want to be able to kind of just leave the inputs and outputs to your brain. You don't want to think about them so much. I would say, I'd say surely we're going the wrong way, are we? I don't know. We'll have to stop and have a wee look at some stage. But, oh, that's filthy. Oh, that was dodgy as all hell. Revup, I'm going to look into doing it. I haven't committed to it yet. I haven't paid the deposit. If I do pay the deposit and I do commit to it, I'll leave links up in places, and if you want to donate, you're more than welcome to. Obviously, if you don't want to donate, that is also absolutely fine. Well, Webb, it turns out I did do Blue Bike and Doyle also, I did do your challenge kind of properly, because I I am very lost on roads that I do not like. There's just holes in them. There's just holes everywhere. Holes and stones. And dodging branches high. Look at those, like. That's not a road. Who would drive a car along here? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. And then you probably come out and it'll be the most beautiful view in the world. We've definitely gone wrong though, haven't we? We have. We have. I love how it was signposted. You know, this lighthouse that lots of people want to visit. And there's just not one signpost along the crappy road we went on. Unless it's like right here now and I'm completely wrong. But sure, look. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna Google to see where we should be. But first, you can't come out to a beach like this and not have a wee look. So this is Gullen, however you say it. And apparently cars drive off the pier here all the time. At least that's what it looks like. Oh, I could definitely go down and park there and get a picture as well. If I had time. But I don't. I do not. Guyleen, south of Whitegate, East Cork. There is the beach. There's an old windy boy there for winding stuff. A fine windy boy. That's pretty, so I don't mind getting lost when I end up at places like this. Very nice. Very nice. Beautiful. Yeah, there you go. I've seen it. I want to get to the lighthouse. Let's do this. We can get back there. I have faith, trust in the plan. The plan of the biking gods. They wanted to bring us out this way to challenge my riding ability on absolutely crap roads. Consider me challenged. And now it's raining. Does everyone drive Dacia Dusters out here? That's like the third Dacia Duster I've seen. Turn left. I can't turn left. Ooh. That would bring me into a ditch. Whoa. Here's the death holes. Lots of death stones and the death holes. There we go. As someone who primarily likes to ride motorbikes, I have elected to stay here for so long. You know, because once you're kind of past 18, you can leave if you want. You know, you're not forced to stay here by any means, other than, you know, like economic issues and whatnot. Somewhere with less rain would be cool. It would be very pleasant, and less death holes in the road. Although, in fairness, I haven't seen this many death holes around in a long time on a road, so this one is obviously particularly death hole-ish. Jesus Christ. I want my vision for up here. But the problem is, getting vision back just makes you get water in your eyes, and the water's cold. Lots of back brake here if you're doing this sort of stuff. Lots of back brake. It gives you great control. Around the corner, kick it back into second, and on we go. If you were on the front brake there in that car, come around the corner and you grabbed it, I think I've said it many times, but I'll keep reiterating it in case this is your first time watching the channel. Oh my god, this weather is just real good. Look at that review. Not bad, eh? Oh, I've been down there. There's a nice beach back down there though. I think it's called White Bay or something. It's a good beach. But mainly I hope you enjoyed this kind of rambly, oh my god, video. It's so windy. This is horrible. Why did I do this to myself? I don't know. I don't know why I did it. But there you go, there's Roches Point. You can kind of see it. I'm going to try not to die so you can see it. Boom! And there you go. Nice coloured houses along the street. You can see the lighthouse there and the old kind of ruined fortifications. Plenty out here, which is well worth coming out here, to be honest, for now a spin. It'd be well worth coming out here if the weather wasn't so crap, but you know, I'm a firm believer in not being held back entirely by the weather. You gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, this is awful though. I don't like it. It could be worse. It could be raining heavier, so I'm gonna shut up and oh, are we not allowed to drive up to it? End, it says. Residence cars only. Oh, okay. Fair enough. That is fair. So that is the lighthouse over there. That's kind of the old ruin fortifications. I think that one was the old lighthouse. The smaller one there was also the pleasure dome, or pleasure lighthouse, I suppose. Yeah, I might try to get a picture of me in there with it on the Nikon. I'm probably not going to walk all the way up there, to be honest, because it looks kind of far away and also closed off. But it is an automated lighthouse now, so there is no lighthouse keeper anymore, which is kind of a pity, because this whole area, this whole community, would have built up around the fact there was a lighthouse here. So if you've enjoyed watching, thank you very much for watching. I know this was a bit of a mess, but sure, look, that's what happens when you ride on roads you don't know. So I hope this met your expectations, Blue Bike and Doyle, and also Webb. I don't know why I forgot your name, Webb. I apologise. But yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Mainly subscribe. I want to get to 1,000. Not going to lie, I'd like to get there. It'd be cool. If I don't, meh, that's okay too. Yeah, but also tell your friends. Share me around. Other than that, I'll leave stuff down in the description for information on Roches Point Lighthouse. Yeah, and also Revup 2020. And if you've done an Ironbutt, let me know. If you've ever done an Ironbutt, whether unintentionally or intentionally for charity, let me know. I'd be interested to hear it. Yeah, that's about it really. Thank you very much for watching. Adios. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I ride around in this rain all the time? I don't know. I don't know. I just love bikes, I suppose. Oh, it's raining more. Fantastic.